So out of the box, you get this, which is like the body of the blaster. And you also get the strap and an attachment nozzle so that the hopper can fit on. Speaking of which, we have the hopper. Then we have safety goggles, charging port. Speaking of which, we have the battery, which acts as a magazine. Then we have some bubble wrap. Then we got a packet of white 2000 gellets. And then here, looks like we have a bottle cap for the hopper, another charging plug, and 2 more packets of dark blue 2000 gellets. 4,000 in total. And we also have a few targets in here that you can set up, which we will show you how to. And then we also have a detachable stock that comes with it. You sure that's detachable?
Yeah, I'll help you. Get it for you.
It looks a lot better with the stock on, so I'd recommend putting it on.
Let's go on to how to build.
So the first part of the building process is to assemble like the magazine or the hopper. So what you're going to want to do first is take this little nozzle, this black piece. Don't confuse it with this one. This one's like a spare and it doesn't really work as well. So then you're just going to want to screw this onto that until it's nice and tight. Then you're going to want to see those arrows right there and slide it on to this rail right here and make sure that the hole in there aligns with the hole right there. So we attached it off camera because it is pretty difficult. You want to make sure those arrows are pointed towards the back. We also have the stock on right here because we attached it and we think it looks pretty cool. It may be detachable, but if it is, it's pretty difficult because there's a button right there that you can push. But it's pretty hard to detach. Now to the next step. So this is the battery and it's kind of like a magazine. So you want to charge it, and I'll get to that later on how to charge it. But when you finish charging it, just going to want to put it in here like this so that it's angled that way.
You're going to have to slap it in.
Yeah, I know. See, like that? Slap it in like that. And and it clicks in place. And then to take it out, just push this white button. And it comes out like that. You can see down here, there's a little on and off switch. So when it's in the off position, that's the on position. So when it's in the on position, which is towards the magazine, you can fire like that, and then when it's off, nothing really happens. So we'll keep it on off for now until we end up using it. And it also came with targets, which don't really take that much of like building. You just sit it down on these, and it just stands up. Yeah.
This is the cap. So let's say you're not shooting and you want to just fill it up with a bucket of Orbeez. You put this in, and then this cap conveniently comes here, and you can just close it. Note to you guys, this will not work if you keep the cap on. It will not go through. One reload tip, because I have one of these models. Do not ever reload it like this. You want to flip the blaster like this and put the bolt, and you want to go through here because it's way more convenient.
And they're just going to fall into the thing when you're trying to reload.
And it messes up the gun sometimes.
Yeah. This isn't part of the build, but these are the protective glasses, which pretty stylish. Looks like you're in a construction site. Then we got this charger, which is also for the battery, I believe. I don't know what this is for. Maybe an extension. And then we got this belt. Let's see how it functions on the blaster. Okay, so now you can see the belt is attached, so you can sling it up and over your shoulder like this when you're not using it, and then when you want to use it, just take it from over your shoulder. And
so we've grown off-camera Orbeez. So these are the TANSAR dark blue ones that over here we grew one of these packets in there. So these generally take 2 hours, and remember to put a good amount of water. And what you want to do, which we haven't done yet, is take a colander or a strainer after the balls have grown to about this
7 or 8 millimeters.
Yeah, 7 or 8 millimeters. You want to take a colander and strain out all the water.
Okay, now we're going to show you how to charge the battery in case you run out of battery.
3 things to charge. So you'll first need the battery. You'll need one of these blocks. It could be the tall ones or this length one. And you need your charger. So the first thing you're going to do is plug it into a nearby outlet. But I'm going to put the battery down. There's a twist tie, so we're going to just twist it. And now the cord is unreeled. And now put this right in the hole. It's gonna have that red light, which means it's good. So you want this to like go the opposite way. So you know how there's like little grails here? You want them to go the opposite way and through there, like that.
So when it's done charging, it's gonna be just plain green instead of blinking. So that's how you know when it's done.
And then I would say wait a good hour and a half, and you're back to playing and shooting.
So when it's done charging, you want to take it, and then, like I said, put it in here. Slap it in like that, and then turn it on, and you're ready to go.
And now we're going to a firing demo. I'm going to load my blaster. I have one of the same models as some, just a different camo. So all you have to do is do like that. One note, when you have the gel balls, make sure no water gets in there, because the gun, this like muzzle, will shoot out water when you're shooting the balls. So
And the motors don't like water.
Yeah.
They're gonna be bad for the gun.
There's not or you could just do a scoop, but that's when you get a ton of water in it, your blaster, and I would not recommend it. I would just do it like the long way, because you don't want to mess up your blaster. Flip over this blaster and put it in. I'm gonna use my leg and I'm gonna just put it in. It's gonna click in place like so. It's gonna be.
It's not gonna click in place.
It doesn't click in place, but you know when it's stiff.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna turn on my on switch right here, and I'm ready to go.
Okay, so Samir's up first. We've got the targets down range. You can see we've got 4 right there, and then 1 final boss at the end. So we're gonna time each other and see who gets them down first. How much do the hoppers hold again?
These hoppers, approximately, they don't say on the cover, but I'm assuming they're like 750 to 700.
Yeah, that's pretty good for like such a small blaster too. So I'm using Samir's one because mine isn't fully charged yet. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this one. Still got around halfway left. Here we go.
I have to say about these targets is they definitely do not stay out.
Okay, if you're gonna get targets for these things, do not get these. Like, throw these in the trash after you buy this.
The other one, the deep one, isn't set up.
3, 2, 1.
Hooray!
So that concludes the firing demo. Pretty accurate, pretty fun to use. Yeah, now let's go inside for the...
Worth the purchase.
For the what?
Worth the purchase.
For the pros and cons. Okay, so now we're on pros and cons. Pros. It's pretty accurate. The range is pretty good for such a tiny blaster. The rate of fire is really good. It's consistent, and it's also not too fast. It has a sling mount and a stock, which I really like. The battery isn't like a hassle to put into the blaster, kind of like the Trace Fire was. But this one, you just put it in the magazine port, and it actually looks good while you're using the battery. Cons. There's a sight right there, but you can't really use it when the hopper's in the way, so I don't really know why they put that there. The grip is really tiny. I have really tiny hands, and you can see my last finger is already barely has enough room to fit. If it's not on full battery, then you're gonna get a lot of misfeeds where the balls they come out of the blaster, but sometimes they get ripped apart if it's not on full battery. The stock is pretty hard to detach, if it even is detachable. So that's the pros and cons, and now let's go on to if it's worth the purchase.
It's my time. Time to shine. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Is this worth the purchase? Yes, I truly believe this is. I got this on sale for my friend for about 16 USD. It's super fun. I also have mine right over here. That I got for 20 because it wasn't on sale. His was on sale. And this is super fun to use. Like I said with the Trace Fire, it doesn't really hurt. And I just like the builds of these small, compact blasters. I don't really like anything big and bulky. And this is just perfect. It's not super fast, but it keeps up for a cheap price. And I think TANSAR, which we don't really know about, because TANSAR is irrelevant. It did a really good job, and we should go purchase one of these. TANSAR is really irrelevant.
See you guys
Guys,
next time.